Hey guys, and welcome back to Cherry Blossom Corner. Today we're playing more of this bed we made. We just made the plaster key to break into a guest stuff, so let's get back up there. Okay, back to 507.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
And lately I noticed yours was pretty worn out, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it, and since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. Two five-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first two. From the last one, take the last two. Hope you get better. Try to rest today. I'll bring you some hot soup after class.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
Husband Always Rings Twice is playing at the I don't know, theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime story and murder so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. Aww. August 11, 1946. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of the railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder I might still be going crazy, or if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo. Or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I am afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed. Or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us, so I would know for sure it was real. I long for the embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you. Yeah. Where can I?
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
December 29, 1947. Dear Anne, I'm so sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, I don't know how to pronounce that. My parents are glad I am home. I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other women. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made me feel You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult thinking about the future. Sincerely, M. Sad.
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. Two heads are better than one, especially when dealing with riddles.
Okay, okay.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always Bean.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat. I think I get it.
Well, that wasn't too hard, was it? Is there anything else?
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. I think I know what to do.
You do? Great. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Okay, let's see. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. From the first one, take the first two. From the last one, take the last two.
Really take you back.
Okay,
These two sure love their riddles.
need to find something that refers to his opposite. A black cat. Okay, so I need to find a black cat. Oh, wait.
A cat named Greta. G-R.
Gris.
So G-R from Greta and I-S from Doris. Gree? Could that be the code for the case on the bed in 509? It's worth a try.
Let's see. G. Okay, what do we got? Oh, a typewriter.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Oh. Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget, you know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? He may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship is nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words, and I waited in vain for your answer, and I had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, and confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I am happy to see you accomplish the dream of becoming a writer. Aww.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He is quite the temper and hisses me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael. But there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again. Suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was permissionary. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother's currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Yes, do you remember the secret language we invented so Sister Miller could understand the notes we passed during her class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help to make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves rather than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy. They won't be happy as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it'd be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. Yes, I know you say invisibility will protect us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name? Dear Marcella.
So you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Oh. I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore, I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarendon Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Would you come see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I registered under the name Beaumont.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get into contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I had never dared tell him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym The tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man and will never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul. As in Paul Morgan?
I'm glad you were able to
Oh.
open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they've learned where I spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely since I left the hospital. Anyways, please tell me more about your life. I do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already, Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Dear Marcella, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much, he could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul. Okay.
Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah, I guess it was presumptuous of me to think otherwise.
Yeah, but it's all good. Okay.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
I guess
Seems
so.
like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always known I
Oh,
would
no.
end up in prison one day.
So?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
Is she a celebrity or something?
More or less. She writes pulp fiction under a pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
Huh, I see. He's still kind of a creep, though. Couldn't he have stuck to fan mail? Stalking her like that? That's going too far. And why did he have those pictures of you, anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
That can't be all.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave. That ringing sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Rebecca works on the Clarendon laundry room. Stuff to have to do on her own, but manages to get it done. She's a little withdrawn, makes her an easy target for some of the maids, but from what I can tell, she's sweet. I don't know how much I should buy into this, but there's word among the other maids that something's going on between her and Bobby. Likes to be prepared. You bet. Clarendon's maids. Used to be best friends. Too good for Wendy. Susan. Notorious gossip. Victor Cruz. I mean, we already kind of have all these details. Okay. Why can't I turn anymore? I don't like this. I just want to... What are my tasks? Oh. That's blood. Who is that? Oh.
Mr. Cruz?
Oh, Mr. Cruz?
Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened? Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him? Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
Oh my god.
Is this about Paul?
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. I shouldn't throw away any evidence.
Please let there be someone around who can help. I have to get the power back on.
Oh, gosh.
A, B, and Beaumont.
There's nothing wrong with having just cigarettes out. No, we're not picking up the murder weapon. Camera.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Montreal's much bigger than I'd expected. Big cities make me feel lonely, and that feeling is only exacerbated by the morning the fact that everyone around me is speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English/French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel was nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today is Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone on a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Having Marcella out these past few weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts every time I think about him. I'd hoped the pain would have gone away by now. I'll probably need a double dose to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Today I followed Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard to letting it go after many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I should be holding on to the past so much. Despite boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and never look back, you start feeling invisible. Oh, and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who's sneaking out of their room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there has been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcel's right. Maybe it's time to let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I woke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been here ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently, she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said that she might have an idea of how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it'll be when I do come out. Maybe I should.
Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise?
I don't want to pick up that.
These look like Marcella's pearls. What happened here? The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
Yeah, I don't want to pick up anything related to the murder. I'll get in huge trouble for that.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. I don't think there's anything here that would help me. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box? I don't think there's anything here that would help
Oh,
me.
gosh darn it. I know exactly what I need. Ugh.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
Yeah, it's also the murder weapon. This is so stupid. Why don't you just walk down the stairs? Figure
I
it
have to
out.
get the power back on. That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back.
Gosh, okay.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
Check the fuse box plan, required amperage of each socket, remove all blown fuses from the sockets. Tip, blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in new fuse sockets, make sure amperage is correct. Click lever to restore power. Eugene. Well, thanks, Eugene. Okay.
How did this end up here?
Save combinations.
Not much use without the rest of the code. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. Yes, this is what I need.
No, this isn't right. Okay, that's right, I think. Then 30 amp is G. And then this. Okay.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Or you could call the police from any freaking room.
must be busy trying to restore the power in the lobby.
Can you not make external calls? Can I please put back the murder weapon? Thank you for not having that on me. Though it has my fingerprints now, but I can explain that.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back. I have to contact the police. I should be able to call from the front desk.
I think I'm good. We really
I'm
should have
sorry.
taken the stairs.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I would not be getting into an elevator when there was just a power outage.
Phone. I need a phone.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
Oh. To all reception, discard previous instructions. Our prestigious guest has expressed the desire to meet the guest from room 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak, but if you see him, please direct him to my office.
Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel. Okay, I can see how this could make Paul look bad. But it's obvious Bernard cares more about the hotel's reputation than the guests' well.
Oh, oops. Why is there nobody else in here?
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I don't think
What
so.
about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen.
I don't know,
need
ma'am.
to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
I think I know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you, even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. It makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
Yeah, that's how I knew the answer to the riddle. I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do it. Let's do
I
it.
like that too.
That's... That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things, just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me.
I'm being
Anyway,
honest. I'm being honest.
what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. We've found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start
Dang
with the
it.
victim's wife, Marcella Cruz.
I should have thrown away
Apparently,
those
she left in
pictures.
quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Take a
What are
stand.
you trying to imply? That Mrs. Cruz killed her husband because she hates men?
I've seen it before from lesbians.
Oh, this has nothing to do with hate. It's about love. Not that you'd understand.
Oh, and you think you do? Then please, enlighten me.
She's brave enough to be with the one she loves. That doesn't make her a criminal. That doesn't mean she killed her husband.
I'm starting to worry you may be one of them, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend
And
these
I worry
deviants.
about your ability to do your job, detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
I actually don't know who the murderer is. Because I don't think it was Paul. I don't think it was, Anne or Marcella. I don't think it was any of the staff.
On the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants. The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to? Empty. I guess all bookings are canceled until further notice. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. I'm not going back up there.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable to have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately.
Oh.
Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
I want to go back up there, so I'm gonna.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He wants me to clean the mess on the 5th floor.
What? Unbelievable. Oh, he's such a jerk.
Yeah. I wish I would have stood up to him, but I really need this job.
I know you do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too. Can I,
Kiss me?
yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
I probably wouldn't be doing that in public,
I
considering
know.
the situation, but achievement. Let's see.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of 2 Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.
So we going back up to the 5th floor? I feel like I missed something because I really don't know who the murderer is. I'm kind of upset by it. I wonder if there's a save I can load. I've been really bad at saving. They were all charged? What? Oh no, he went back with his dad. Back to cleaning. Aw, at least we get a happy ending. So, I guess I missed some stuff. There's like no way for me to, I don't know. I want to find out who the real killer is. So I'm looking up. I guess the way to find that out, we have to get into the safe in 509, and I guess we have to clean up after everyone, otherwise they'll get implicated for the murder. So I'm not done with this yet, so I want to see. I can't believe I missed this single piece of paper. There it is. There's the rest of the code. I barely missed that. That's insane. Okay. So, if I don't remember how much I recorded in between, but I may have replayed the entire game. Again, I am right before we discover the body. So, because I need to find out who the real killer is.
That ringing sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Let's do this. Oh, I did change. I got Linda fired. That is one change I made. I don't remember if I recorded that or not, but in case I didn't, I got Linda fired. So hooray. We're gonna get rid of the evidence.
Paul? Does that mean...
Okay, so...
I have to get the power back on.
I guess part of it, because I did look a little bit into this. I don't know who the actual killer is, but I looked on, like, how to get to that ending.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
There's literally just a few things that I missed. Apparently, I need to get rid of evidence instead of being good and not tampering with evidence because they make dumb assumptions based off of stereotypes. So we are going to tamper.
Call the police. How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination? Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless
Yeah, literally
those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part
just
of the
one
same
piece of
combination?
paper in between finding that out. But then I also have to get rid of the evidence. See, I was trying to be good, trying to follow the rules, but now I know can't do that. That's the wrong one. Inspect. Oh crap. Clues. 23, 42, 16. Secret, 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 secret. Oh, you ruined my life, you moron. I lost my house, my family, everything, and now you refuse to pay the money you owe me. For years I gave you my hard-earned money. It was all for nothing. I hope you and the All-American burn in hell. SW. What's W? Hold on. Women and 3 children killed in house fire. The Williams house. Okay. W. Williams. Located on 32nd Street is a total loss. 4 members of a family died in a residential fire last night. According to police and firefighters, flames were seen coming from the 2-story house by a neighbor around 3 a.m. It took firefighters about 1 hour to extinguish the blaze. The bodies of a woman and 3 children were found in the house. Police identified the victims as Meredith Williams, 32, and her children, Thomas, 12, David, 9, and Sarah, 6. Samuel Williams, the husband, managed to escape the house unharmed. Huh. But who's Samuel Williams? Wait, I just had a thought. Can I get into room 504? Or 3 children. Man who owes a lot of money. But I didn't see his name in the logbook earlier. But I guess he could have just been under a different name. But it makes sense between... Oh, can't see. I think that might have something to do with it, because I feel like it's way too specific to have like those 3 teddy bears, but it doesn't even look like there's a kid sleeping in this room. I think so. Man, I'm gonna have to read into this later. I think so. Anywho, I need to... put the ice pick back, I think. And then I need to go into the other rooms and get rid of everything. But that would make sense. This guy, he was an insurance guy. So, okay. Well, I guess we should just clean up a bunch of stuff. Oh, I didn't even see this before. Stop everything. This letter's been sent to you and has been around the world 3 times. One who breaks the chain will have bad luck. Mr. Smith received the letter in 1953, made 33 copies, and sent them. 3 days later, he won the lottery. Mr. Jones received it in 1956, made 33 copies, and sent them. 3 days later, he discovered an old treasure in his backyard. Mr. Williams received the letter and burned it. His wife and 3 kids died in a fire that very night. Mr. Ream forgot the letter in a drawer and lost his job. When he found the letter again, he got a better job than before. In no case should this chain be broken. Make 33 copies and send them. That's messed up. Okay, is it not? I didn't have to throw away everything in here, so just a few select things, and I said to leave those. Okay, now let's see. We got 505, 507, 509. We got the evidence on his body and the diary. There's one more thing in the reception that we need to toss, but otherwise we are good to go. Okay, where's the thing?
Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
We're gonna throw that away.
Is this
Here's
the brochure
thing.
Beth was talking about? The West Coast. That's about as far from Montreal as you can get without crossing an ocean. So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
Ooh, I get a chance. Let's see. It's under T. Wellington? Huh. Okay. So obviously a fake name. I swear that's Williams.
No, I just
Okay.
have to wait for the police.
I'm pretty sure. Ooh. Nice. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's it. So let's go. We'll probably skip through this.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Well, I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz. And anyway, how do you even know about that?
Mr. Cruz told me the other day.
Really? Was he in the habit of talking about his personal life with hotel maids?
I really can't say what his habits were, but he seemed to like me.
Then maybe you'll be able to answer one or two of my questions.
I'll do my best.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz.
Hope I'm doing this right.
Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
You wouldn't be trying to protect her, would you, Miss Roy? Because now's not the time for misplaced female solidarity.
No. No, I'm not.
Let's try something else then. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
Does he? It's very...
I wonder if I did
odd.
bad by...
Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little evidence on either of them. It's almost as if someone has cleaned up after them. I really hope I'm wrong, though, because if I'm right, that would be obstruction of justice, and the people, or person, responsible could face very serious consequences. But hey, I guess we'll know soon
I hope
enough.
I'm doing this right. Don't let me end up in jail. I might have done wrong. I don't know.
Bernard sounded really dejected on the phone. Time to see what that's about, I guess. The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Let's go see what Bernard wants.
I really hope that I did this right.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Oh, right. Come in.
What's wrong with you? Did I change something to...
So,
I can't remember if I changed something.
I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, as you may be aware, the hotel's reputation has taken a solid hit. We've been mocked and ridiculed by the papers. It's truly humiliating. And that's not even the worst of it. With a story like this, guests may not flood through our doors again for a very long time. If ever, I may have no choice but to sell the hotel. Just years of arduous work gone down the drain. Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months, which means cutting off dead weight.
I suppose I'm the dead weight.
Yes. I mean, not you specifically, but some of your colleagues certainly are. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
Okay, throwing away
I
everyone's
take my job
belongings.
very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
Okie dokie. That seemed like relatively the same. Oh no, are they gonna arrest me? Oh shoot, I may have done wrong.
Let's not make a scene, all right?
Oh
scene?
no, I did something
going on?
wrong.
It's okay.
Oh
I
shoot.
warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
What? This is bullshit. You can't do this. Sophie, we'll get you a lawyer. It'll be okay. God.
Oh no, I did too much. Dang it. No one was sent to prison. Police stumped. Paul avoided prison. Oh, he became an actor? Oh. At least everyone else got good endings. They also avoided prison. See, everyone else is fine and great. Fantastic, except for me. Aw, they're so happy together. Oh, that's his brother. All are welcome. Aw, it's nice. Shoot. Well, looks like I got out of prison. That's nice.
The bodies of a woman and 3 children. 3 children.
Oh, I didn't click on that last time. Oh my gosh, I didn't click on that last time. What if that was part of why I got the bad ending? I was like, wait, the 3 bears. Okay, it's telling me I don't have to. Okay. Made it really obvious for me.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
I can't believe I didn't look at that closer before. Okay, let's get back to it.
That makes you so sure it was murder.
Well, I know.
No.
Actually,
Have you encountered him?
no.
Oh wait,
In room
sorry, I didn't mean to
504,
skip
there's a
that.
guest who seems to be traveling alone. Yet he has these 3 teddy bears in his room. Mr. Cruz's customer lost his 3 children in a fire, and these bears are slightly burnt. So,
An interesting deduction. I'll look into that. But how do you even know about the death threats?
Mr. Cruz told me the other day.
Really?
I'll do.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz.
There we go.
Apparently, she
That was
left in
probably
quite
the
a hurry
clue I
this morning.
needed.
What can you tell me about her?
No, what?
What's he doing here again?
I don't understand.
Let's not make a scene, all right?
Oh my
A
god.
scene? What the hell's going on?
Beth, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
What? This is bullshit. You can't do this. Sophie, we'll get you a lawyer. It'll be okay. God.
Okay. Disgruntled client charged in Clarendon Hotel murder case. Okay. He's a movie star. Okay, well. Well, at least I got to who the killer is. I just... I don't know how to... Okay. I give up. I've tried a few different things, and I think that that's probably going to be the best I can get. So, which it ends with like everyone being happy. It sucks that Sophie gets arrested, but she does get released. So, I think that's as good as it's going to get, to be honest, because I have no idea how to avoid that. So, we're just going to leave it. Everything is fine. But that was it. That was this bed we made. So, it was really good. It was really good. I'm gonna have to... The only other thing that I'd like to explore probably is just on my own time go back and do the... what's his name? This guy. Andrew? I think that's his name. Andrew. Do the Andrew route. Just to, you know... See, you know... I just want to see what happens. But, yeah. I'll probably just do that on my own time though, unless anyone's interested. But that is going to be it for this series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Whatever that'll be. I have no idea. Bye-bye.